Good morning, pirates. Today's video is for Monday, April the 27th, also known as Babe Ruth Day, a day to celebrate the great Bambino. This is the beginning of Unit 12, Thermochemistry. Today we're going to be discussing forms of energy and the law of conservation of energy. When we discuss energy, we are talking about the two main types of energy. That would be kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy plus potential energy equals total energy. Potential and kinetic energy can be broken down even further. Thermal, nuclear, chemical, and gravitational energy all fall into one of these two categories. What is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the energy of particles, waves, atoms, molecules, or substances in motion. Examples would be moving electrons, throwing a ball, walking down the street, going downhill on a roller coaster. Basically, it's in motion. That's the key word. What is potential energy? Energy that an object has because of its position relative to other objects. It has the potential to be converted into other forms of energy, such as kinetic energy. Examples: a ball before you throw it, your jaw before you chew food, and energy that is stored as fat in the body. Chemical potential energy. It's energy stored in the bonds of chemical compounds. May be released during a chemical reaction, often in the form of heat. Exothermic reaction produces heat. Chemical energy can be used to create heat and electricity energy. Examples: wood, batteries, explosives, food, and oil. Thermokinetic energy, or heat, is produced when a rise in temperature causes atoms and molecules to move faster and collide with each other. The higher the temperature, the more thermal energy an object has, the faster the molecules will move. Examples would be boiling water, heat from fire or a heater in your home, or even from the human body. If we look at the diagram on the right about thermal energy, on the left side of the diagram, there is an object that holds water, and the heat source is not on, so the zoomed in version shows a lot of atoms being very still. They're vibrating in place. But when we turn on the heat source, notice how it's red, and the water starts to boil, those atoms are zipping around really, really fast. It has a higher thermal energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? It can only be changed from one form into another or transferred from one object to another. Kinetic plus potential equals total energy. So an example: lighting a stick of dynamite. The dynamite contains chemical energy in the form of potential energy. When it is lit and starts to explode, the energy is converted into kinetic energy, like thermal energy. It releases heat and sound, as well as light, and also known as electromagnetic radiation. 3 types of heat or thermal energy transfer. The first one is convection. Convection is a way in which heat travels. It occurs when heat is transferred by the movement of liquids or gases. If we look at the diagram, you can see the arrows inside the pot. That is the heat convection. It is moving around inside the liquid. Conduction is the movement of heat from one object to another when they are touching each other. So the hot handle on the pan, the person is about to touch it and get burned. That would be conduction. Radiation is the transmission of energy in the form of waves or particles through space or through a material medium. So on a hot day, when you see those wavy lines off at the top of a car, that is heat radiating through the air. And heat always moves from hot to cold. So if you have a hot object, it will heat up a cold object near it.